In this video, we are going to talk about the 10 best street foods in the world. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Welcome to Pique My Interest. If you're a foodie, one of the most exciting aspects of traveling is the opportunity to sample new and varied dishes from different cultures around the world. While tasting new meals is intended to expose you to a different culture and way of life, it is also intended to push you out of your comfort zone. However, as an extra benefit, many of the world's most recognized international dishes are really delectable. Despite the fact that street foods are not a new phenomenon, they are quickly becoming a popular trend among travelers who are looking for quick and accessible methods to try new cuisine. Take a look at these 10 of the best street cuisines from around the world. Number 10. Waffles, for the sweet tooth in Belgium. The country of Belgium is the ideal location for those who enjoy sweets. Not only is it the home of some of the world's finest chocolatiers, but it is also the birthplace of the Belgian waffle, which has become a worldwide phenomenon. However, the absolute greatest Belgian waffles can only be found on the streets of Belgian cities such as Brussels, where they are sold by street vendors. Because the sweetness is imparted during the cooking process, traditional Belgian waffles normally don't require any additional sweet toppings such as syrup, cream, or other sweet toppings. Some are coated with sugar to make them appear even more appealing than they already are. Number 9. Beguni, Veggie Delight in Bangladesh. Even the most ardent vegans and vegetarians do not have to forego some of the best street food that the globe has to offer. Vegetarian options abound, including Bangladesh's Beguni, which is made entirely of vegetables. This is a fantastic way to get extra vegetables into your diet. Beguni, a deliciously simple dish fashioned from slices of eggplant, is a must-try. These are then battered and deep-fried in oil, either shallow or deep. The meal is typically served with rice when it is sold as street food. Ramadan is a time when it is most commonly consumed, and it is also found in the Indian province of West Bengal. Number 8. Snag, Guilty Pleasure in Australia. Even though the Aussie snag isn't as elegant or aesthetically beautiful as some of the other classic street snacks from across the world, it remains a national favorite. The snag is a dish that is often provided outside of hardware stores as a tasty surprise for customers. It is a very simple dish. It consists mostly of a sausage that has been grilled and then placed within a slice of white square loaf bread. It is customary in Australia to top the conventional snag with grilled onions and ketchup, which is simply referred to as sauce. When using mustard, you may have snagged from time to time. Number 7. Halo Halo, luscious dessert in the Philippines. In all likelihood, this is the first time you've ever tasted street cuisine like this before. Halo Halo is one of the most visually appealing cuisines you'll ever see, and it's quickly becoming a favorite among Instagram influencers. The ingredients used in Filipino cuisine tend to differ depending on where you are in the country. The majority of Halo Halo flavors include evaporated milk, fresh tropical fruit, ice cream, and shaved ice, among other ingredients. There's also jelly or a jelly alternative, as well as an unusual component that's comparable to Rice Krispies in flavor and texture. Number 6. Chili crab, fine dining from the streets of Singapore. Chili crab is now available at restaurants all around the world, including the United States. However, according to rough guides, Sherry Tien is widely credited with the origin of the dish, as she was the first person to sell chili crab to clients from a street cart in the 1950s. Consequently, while it may no longer be considered purely a street dish, it surely began off that way. The whole chili crab is served in the traditional Singaporean style. Tomato, egg, and chili are used to make the sauce, which has a sweet and sour flavor and is served alongside the dish. Number 5. Vada Pav, India. Choosing Mumbai as the city that best represents Indian street food culture is a no-brainer if you must choose only one. Located on the Arabian Sea in western India, Chowpatty Beach is a popular sunset location for locals and visitors who are looking for spicy, soul-satisfying street cuisine. The base of an authentic Vada Pav is spicy mashed potato balls that are dipped in a chickpea flour batter and deep-fried until they are golden brown. Following that, thinly sliced green chili peppers are battered and dropped into the hot oil. After that, a variety of chutneys such as tamarind, mint coriander, and peanut garlic are put on soft chewy buns. Several potato fritters and a handful of golden chili strips are put into the roll, which is then pressed together to form a lovely jumble. The end result is spicy, delicious, and sweet, and it's a great way to get ready for a nap. Number 4. Chicken rice, Singapore. In Singapore, one of the quickest ways to start a quarrel is to ask 2 or more locals who serves the best chicken rice in the city. Singapore's chicken rice, also known as Hainanese rice, the original recipe for which may have originated on the tiny Chinese island of Hainan, is an unofficial national dish of the city-state, which has a multicultural cuisine that reflects the melting pot of Asian cultures that call the country home. Chicken rice is a dish that is stunning in its simplicity. The dish is nothing more than poached chicken over rice, which is a simple preparation. However, the flavors come together to create one of the most fulfilling breakfasts, lunches, and dinners on the planet. Chicken is poached over a low heat in a gingery broth until it is perfectly cooked but still moist and juicy, around 30 minutes. The same broth is also used to simmer the jasmine rice, which has been sautéed in ginger and garlic before being added to the broth. Number 3. Jerk chicken, Jamaica. Boston Bay in Jamaica's Kingston is the birthplace of jerk chicken, and you'll find it being grilled on enormous barbecue pits there. Jerk chicken is smoked rather than grilled on local pimento wood, the same tree that provides us with allspice, to provide authentic jerk flavor. Using indirect heat from smoldering embers beneath, the chicken pieces are set directly on top of green pimento logs and covered with metal sheets before being smoked to a fall-off-the-bone tender state till they fall off the bone. Number 2. Pork satay, Thailand. Thailand, like India, is a street food lover's paradise. The coconut milk noodle curries have a unique texture that is both rich and light at the same time. The hand-pounded green papaya salad is a riot of color, and the dressing is a revelation. Pad Thai made with tamarind and sugar, served hot from a coal-fired wok and topped with a fried egg, is practically a religious experience. However, if we were to choose one dish that represents Thailand's most iconic street cuisine, it would have to be skewers of pork satay barbecued on large charcoal grills and served with a vinegary cucumber salad and peanut dipping sauce. A sweet and spicy paste of lemongrass, shallots, garlic, red chilies, galangal, a ginger-like spice, and fish sauce is used to marinate authentic pig satay. During the grilling process, the pork skewers are coated with coconut milk to give them a velvety texture. Number 1. Currywurst, Germany. Currywurst is a traditional German comfort meal that pairs nicely with the country's other culinary obsession, beer, which is available in plenty. The currywurst stalls in Berlin fill up quickly after the bars close, and they serve a styrofoam platter of chopped pork sausage drowning in a thick, heated tomato sauce coated with curry powder to hungry patrons. The Deutsches Currywurst Museum, yep, currywurst has its own museum, explains that the unusual genesis of currywurst can be traced back to the rubble-strewn streets of post-war Berlin, where the dish first appeared. The origins of the currywurst can be traced back to Berlin, Germany. Herta Heuer, a cunning German housewife, swapped some spirits for ketchup with British soldiers in 1949. The cuisine was devised by the trade and consists of sliced German sausage, or wurst, slathered in ketchup and topped with curry powder. Currywurst, a strange and unexpected pairing, became an overnight success and eventually a mainstay, particularly among construction workers who prized its high protein content, a touch of exotic flavor, and inexpensive cost. Currywurst, as well as spicier Indian and Thai variations, may be found on menus across Germany today, served with a slice of white bread to mop up the juices and a mound of French fries on the side. What do you think of our video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.